So, definitely a lot of synth interpretation going on here, but that's always a fun challenge and experiment, right? So with this one, I'm going to do kind of a lazy, simplified drop C. So I'm just going to take that low E, drop it down to the C, and keep everything else the same. And so basically you just tune that to like the 3 on the A. Alright, so we'll just end up with the C, A, D, G, B, E. And like I said, we're interpreting a lot of synth here. The initial one, it's just these really simple kind of open low C notes. Initially you just kind of hit one, like a whole note, and then just, cut it, repeat that. We get into more just kind of like, eighth note picked style, something like that. Just pick out maybe, a dozen of them or so. And eventually we get to this, this bend of a synth note, and it seems like 6 on the G here works pretty well for that. And you can either just kind of like just alternate pick like eighth notes on it, put some delay and reverb on it. You can do that. If you have a fancy little EBO or like a some type of sustain pedal, then you can just kind of like get a little more of a synth vibe by just having that constant sustained note, and you just kind of do the slow bend and release there. Cool little tool for stuff like that, especially trying to do synth style things. Other than that, that goes through a couple times, just a slow bend and release there, 6th fret of the G. And for the verse, it's kind of that initial synth stuff going on, just the open C note. But here I just kind of like to mimic the vocal line. It's, a little something to do there. Sounds good. So mostly just on the D string here. Hang out 5th fret, couple 3s, 1 back to 5. And here's kind of like where the difference is between each time. Go down to 3, couple 3s, 3, 1. Alright, slide the 1 to 3, couple 3s again. And then slide out this 6A to 1. Alright, and like I said, the second time through, pretty much the same deal, but we just switch one little part, and that was the end of that little second bit there. We do our 5, and then we do a couple 3s, and instead of going 1 5, we go 6 5. And that's kind of the only little difference there. And you finish it just the same way we did, some 3s to 1, 1 back to 3, 6A to 1. Alright. And now into the chorus. Here's where we can get big use of like our low C now, and we kind of want these power chord shapes, and with this style of drop C, we're kind of like have an inverted power chord look. So basically we wanted a E flat initially, so we're going to get the 3 on the low C, and then just hit the 1 on the A and D under it. Okay, that's our power chord shape for this tuning. Just hit it, let it ring a bit, but then we kind of cut it that last little beat. Alright, bump it up to 5 with the 3s for the F. And then we come off to a big open low C, so just hit the open low C and then just do a C power chord under it, the 3A, 5 on the D and G. And the same deal, hit that one, cut it at the very end, do that twice. Alright, start it over, the 3 with the 1s for the E flat. Bumped up to the 5 and 3s for the F. But here we throw in this extra little like octave, where we'll hit that, but then we zoom up to the F octave up here, the 8A 10G. Alright, then we come off to our big open low C. We want an octave here too, so if you really want, you could just kind of hang out here at the 3A 5G. But I kind of like to get some different notes in, or different positions in there, just to make it sound a little different. So I like to zoom it way up here to the 12 on the low C, and then hit like the 10 on the middle D here. Alright, right, something like that. And then you can kind of like get a little bit of a slide in there too, which I think is cool. Other than that, over the top of the chorus, there's a cool kind of synth in the background doing something where it's just playing around with these notes here, where you do like a B string, 3, 4, hit a 6 E, then kind of go backwards, 4, 3, B. Alright, and just kind of go 4 again on the B, up to 8, high E, walk it back, the 4 to 3 on the B, and then just do the 3 to 4, 5 G a couple times. Alright, so just kind of playing around with those notes there. It's real subtle in the background, but I think it's a nice touch there. And at the very end, we get like a full straight up guitar that comes in with a lead line. And I like to make use of the EBow again. You know, you can get away without it if you really just like crank some gain so that you got a lot of sustain, or you know, maybe put extra delay on it. That could be good too. But it's all B string really. So I'll kick this on, and I like to be here, this area. We go 4, B, slide up to 11, 9, 8, and when we get to the 8, we just hang there. You can give it a little slow bend and release. Back down to the 4, slide up to 11, to 13, then to the 8, and just hang out there and bend and release it a couple times. And then just finish by doing the 4th fret up to 11, and then just go straight to the 8. So you kick this on. Alright, fun little toy. Lots of fun interpreting that. And after that, you should have all the parts you need and be ready to go.